Welcome, people, to the Gotham by Night. I don't know why I just had a brain fart there. Tonight we just find Creed and Harris, as Creed has texted Harris and has a couple of questions for him. Harris, would you have been willing to meet anywhere in particular, or just anywhere will do?
Anywhere is fine.
So Creed's going to have you meet him in um, basically a bit of abandoned parking lot, like parking garage on the roof somewhere,
Uh,
a little private, not in the general public, that's for certain. And he's going to, as Harris approaches, go, Harris, my man, good of you to make it. How you doing, bro?
I've been fine.
You've been fine? All right, all right. Well, listen, I know this is a bit abrupt, but I've just got a couple of questions for you. I find myself in a bit of a spot of trouble, and I'm trying to er, fix things, as it were, before I have to go face the executioner. So, how much do you exactly remember of that night in the Fight Club?
Uh, Quite a bit. The stuff fades off pretty quickly.
He frowns and he's like, "Oh, I was afraid of that." So listen, man. I said some stuff I really shouldn't have to you and the um, others, and I might be getting in trouble for it. You know how it is with our types. We like our secrets.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I'm trying to clean up my own mess before this goes down,
Mm-hmm.
or at least make it better for me a little bit. I have to jump through some hoops, do some stuff, but it's all about making the punishment less severe, as it were.
Mm. And I can help you with that. How?
There's this drug I have access to.
Mm-hmm.
It promotes loyalty, as it were.
All right.
If I get out of this, would you be willing to take it? My kind would see it as an act of proving your trust, if that makes sense.
Harris would furrow his brow a little bit and think for a minute. And Creed, this is a lot to ask.
I know. And if you say no, I understand.
I'll do it.
You oh, right. So I'm just going to have you sign this paper here. Um, as he holds up the paper, he'll allow you to read it if
Yeah,
you
I'll
want.
definitely read it.
Yeah. Basically, it says you'll take this drug as a proof of loyalty on the condition that Creed comes out of this meeting remaining fully sound of mind in himself.
Okay.
Basically, he's told you what in general sense, what the drug does.
Mm-hmm.
And um, he's going to say, actually, yeah, he told you basically what the drug does and that this is basically a bargaining chip for him.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't work, he doesn't expect you to take the drug.
Okay.
Does work, great.
All right.
So, otherwise, how are you doing, man?
I've been taking somewhat of a siesta, as it were, and just coming to terms with it. Been just looking at this gun I have, just thinking about moving it, putting it back somewhere.
Trying to get rid
Something.
of it. What is the gun?
I'm not entirely sure. I know it's an item of power, but well, in some cultures, it could mean nothing too. Um, I'm gonna move what's housed. Maybe be
Move
more
what?
useful. Harris is definitely speaking in just veiled words, just trying to,
Yeah,
because you've got in trouble for that.
yeah. He's gives a half smile, nods like he almost understands it, and goes,
Hmm.
"Listen, if this should work, and my superiors accept my this," and he holds up the paper,
Hmm.
it'll also mean I can bring you in a lot more, and hopefully give you a sense of purpose. I know that you've been struggling with that. I can understand that. I've been in a similar situation before. But on the plus side, we're getting closer, buddy. While we caught the man in green, turns out he wasn't working for um, the people you are after anymore. He had
Hmm.
been working for them for a while. Fortunately, someone kind of made it so we couldn't question him that well, if you get what I'm saying. And despite our best attempts, we only got limited information on it. But we're pulling the strings, we're getting somewhere. And then he leans up closer. And next is the man in the iceberg lounge. He says in your ear, he says in a whisper so only wolf ears can hear.
All right. Yep.
If possible, I'd like to take you along on that one.
I'll be there. Creed, I see you as a friend.
He offers a fist and says,
Yep.
I
I'm
see
gonna
you
take that
as one
fist.
too. In my opinion, we all need to come together. My superiors like their secrecy. Personally, I think that's thinking in the past.
Yeah. It's weird coming into the city. I spent so much time out of it, and when I'm here, it's like it's a new thing. It's just everything's new. Everything feels different. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm just finally starting to.
Look, if you ever get tired of staying at that sushi place, I might have a place opening up soon.
I'll think about it.
Cool, cool.
The sushi bar doesn't really approve of things I do.
I find most of your kind don't,
Yeah.
which is why I like you so much.
uh, yeah. It's a little bit of a special case, just a real troublemaker. But yeah, I get it.
Look, like I said, if I get out of all this okay, unscathed. There might. I've been thinking about seeing if I can get into your market, as it were. He says with a wink.
Yeah.
I'll have to come up with something that will beat out that metabolism of yours, but
Yeah. I can teach you a few things. um, I'll sign that paper.
all right. He hands you over the paper for you to sign, and you notice that both Amber and Talon's name are already on it.
I would ask about those just a little bit.
All right.
What about these names, Creed? I at least know these people.
Yeah. Amber was that chick, the real stunning one. Like,
Yeah, I saw her.
Yep.
It's kind of hard to take her eye away.
Talon was the other guy, the one in the navy blue suit.
Oh, I know Talon. I just well, not personally. I just see him around a lot.
Yeah. They're both close friends of mine. They are they're like you and me in some ways, but in other ways they're different. You should definitely talk to Talon sometime. He spent a lot of time out in the woods as well. I think you two would get along. As for Amber,
think about it.
He kind of does a handshaky thing, like side to side. I know Amber through Talon. Don't know much about her past besides the fact that Talon and her were childhood friends, along with another friend of mine, Titus. Which is kind of interesting that they all ended up relatively the same. He says in a muttered tone, like, oh, that's a thing. Anyways, he shakes his head and goes, they're all close. I'm close with all three of them through one means or another. Amber is quite the catch, I guess you would say. She's a really, really upbeat person. And I think she has something along my penchants for social engineering, as you would say. Talon, on the other hand, well, he might be watching us right now for all I know. He's good with a bow. He's fairly level-headed. If you get a chance, definitely talk to both of them. They are great individuals.
Yeah.
Better than me and my own, at least, he says with a laugh. So how about you? Have you managed to connect with any of your kind yet?
He shakes his head.
Have you been trying?
He shakes his head again.
Now here's the real question. Do you want to?
From the people I've seen, no.
No?
There's just a code that they follow, and it's not my code. So it's kind of hard to hit all the buttons.
I see. Now, my question, I talked to you about, from what I understand, yours is a family group. Is it not?
It's everything.
Yeah, you need that family. When I talked about making an item, could you make something that would help you count me as family?
Harris has to think on that one for a minute. And he would answer, yeah, it's possible. It's just the materials and the thing that would need to be done for it would be extremely hard to obtain, but I could do it for sure.
I can help with the material side at least, he
Mhm.
says with a shrug. I'm not sure if I can help with the other side. I don't know your kind well enough.
Mm.
However, I'll pay what I can, do what I can, but I'd like there to be I understand, I've seen how close Amber and Talon are to each other, how family is important to them. I've know Tatiana cares deeply for me, and family is important to her. In some ways, I still care about her as well.
Hmm.
But there will always be a bridge between her and me, for we are the same kind. However, I'd like to help you with this. I'd like to do this for you, for me, for everyone. If there is any way I can become family, or at least register for you as family, I'd like that.
Yeah, I'd like that too. Um,
Come here, bro.
yeah, I was expecting something like that.
Yeah. So he'll give you a big hug, pocket you some drugs,
Yeah,
something to help you out,
he'll appreciate
and
that.
we'll say, "Don't worry, we'll get you that purpose."
All right, holding me
And
to it.
fist bump and say and leave.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much. And that has been another session of Gotham by Night as Creed gets all three of the witnesses to sign his
Mm-hmm.
little contract
Yep.
for a blood bond.
Oh, great.